Stream has started. Okay, we're gonna do some stream traditional setup things like focus the camera. Realize we don't have a coaster for the cup, so it's gonna vibrate everything every time I put it down. And we're gonna introduce our guest. Woo!
Woo!
So for those of y'all who don't know, I got engaged a few months back to BadgerSpanner. Yep. Who is?
Ah.
Hi, Badger. Badger is currently joining us via remote phone call from England. Let's see, we're going to pop out this YouTube chat here. So, Clement.
England? That's in the UK.
That's in the United Kingdom. Howdy. Howdy, Constantinople and Amanda and Clam Meditation. We are just getting going here. Okay, so this is the part of the show where I kind of just make stuff up, figuring out what's gonna go onto the camera. Yeah, we're all setting up for this incredible show, doing pinball. Blah, da, da, da. Okay, so finally, wow, I've gone halfway through this notebook. I mean, I haven't used all of it. I definitely there's room for me to put more stuff on some of the existing pages, definitely. But yeah, gonna have to be more careful about burning through every page super quickly. But yeah, what I'm kind of thinking I was gonna do this stream is I've got the Galaxy pulled up from that we're working on. Wow, that's actually kind of big, isn't it? I've got the Galaxy pulled up that we're working on in Hermitcraft for the side of the back box. And I was thinking that I might try sketching on that a little bit, just because I'm kind of I'm struggling a little bit to wrap my head around how it's gonna work, and I feel like the way that I best break stuff down is by modeling it or sketching it, and so this will help me have higher confidence when I actually go in there to
Hooray!
move forward. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. Boy, I've got so much random stuff in here. Stuff in here. Okay. So I'm just gonna go actually back to a new page somewhere. Oh yeah, my Dracula Call of Cthulhu notes. Boy.
Nice.
Yeah, that was one of those projects that like. Oh, I wish I was further along with it, but at the same time, I only got 2 videos out in the entire month of February. So
Yeah.
So Badger, you said what you're working on is some sort of paper craft.
I am.
Because you're not streaming, you're going to be live posting your progress on Twitter. Let me grab a link to that real quick. Twitter.com/BadgerSpanner. So that way people can see your project. Do you want to go ahead and describe it for us?
Yeah. So I am going to be making a little toe pincher coffin box as a kind of paper craft kind of thing out of cardstock.
What is a toe pincher coffin? What makes
so toe pincher coffins are the ones that are like traditional coffin shapes. You know, where they're skinny at the bottom.
The
they're
classic.
the really classic kind of coffins are called toe pinchers.
I didn't know that.
And you know the rectangular ones are just called modern.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought those were just
yeah.
boxes. I don't know.
Well, there you go. Today you learned. But yeah, I really like the idea of, you know, a coffin being called a toe pincher.
Yeah, that's a great word for that. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So cute.
Kindle says, wrote this before you just explained it. What is Badger crafting today? A map of America? Oh, yeah, we all could send those to Assume. No, wait, he knows. He knows where Nashville is. He doesn't need that.
You know who else lives in Nashville?
Yeah. Kindle says, if only OBS could get a screen capture of Twitter. You say that, Kindle. but
It can, but
capturing browsers is one of
uh-huh.
the most dangerous things you can do in OBS. And as
Yeah.
somebody who's constantly making stupid, tired people mistakes, uh, yeah, we're gonna not do that. Uh, yeah. Okay. So,
Yay.
yay. Okay. So I need to figure out for this spiral galaxy bit here. I feel
Mm.
like I'm gonna use. Um.
Ooh, we have a birthday.
Oh.
Petulant Petrichor. They have a birthday today.
Ah. Feliz
Happy
cumpleaños.
birthday.
Indeed. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a
Cumpleaños
ti.
a ti.
Feliz cumpleaños a petulant petrichor. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Y muchas
Y
más.
muchas más.
Headstanding Penguin says, why dangerous? Security issues? Yeah.
Yes.
So OBS will frequently forget which browser it's supposed to be capturing and grab the nearest
Yeah.
neighbor, which might, for example, like have a list of people who just tipped with their, details. And so
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna. Basically, it's not worth it to me to assume that everything will go right at the risk of that. Um,
Yep.
if you're going to be doing a lot of streaming with browser sources like that, the trick is to just have anything like that on a separate machine nearby, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
not set up for that right now. So, yeah. Oh, that reminds me, I should mention that tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. I have a trip coming up to visit Badger and family and friends in England. And so, yeah, I'm going to be missing like a week of streaming in the middle of March.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, it would be really fantastic if folks wanted to support the show now.
Yeah. And it turns out the plane tickets are really expensive from America.
Yeah, they were. That was not cheap.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wow.
Like, if I wasn't going to meet my fiance's parents and stuff, I would have looked at those prices and gone, maybe next year. But
Yep.
this is one of those, life investments. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's some things you don't skimp on, and one of those is introducing yourself to the family of the person you're asking to marry, and
And move
and move.
like 4,000 miles away from their families. Yep.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, it
the thing,
helps.
like no matter how old your kid is, to some degree, in some part of your mind, they're still your baby, and so it's nice if
Mm-hmm.
someone's gonna ask your baby to move 4,000 miles away, and you might not see them for 2 years until the visa stuff gets cleared up. Like maybe go
Yeah.
introduce yourself. Uh, so thank you, GT Buckets, for tipping 3. Who writes bye bye? Okay, are you saying bye bye because I'm on my way to England in a couple of weeks, or are you saying bye bye because you're on your way out? Uh, so, Sky9 says, no Cleo today? No, she broke her mouth and had to go to the dentist. I told
Yes,
her,
yes,
have a
she
good
did.
mouth, and she did not reply. So, presumably, she's at the dentist. Um, but yeah, so no Cleo today.
Mm-hmm.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh wow, it's a corgi waving goodbye as well.
It is, yeah, it's
Oh,
very cute.
reminds me of the old Mixer days.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Beam Pro.
with the mermaid corgi thing.
Yeah, it's funny because I
Yeah.
still think of it as Beam a lot of the time. It's like,
Yeah.
okay. So,
Right. I'm gonna start cutting this out. Wow.
okay. So yeah, let's see. Headstanding Penguin says, happy birthday in Italian. I don't know that petulant or petrichor are Italian words, but okay. Um, so what I'm imagining I'm going to end up doing with this
Mm-hmm.
spiral in the actual... Okay, I'm going to try moving Photoshop between monitors here, and let's see if that crashes OBS. Not quite, but it did resize the entire thing. Okay, great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to move Photoshop over here. I'm going to move the tip alerts over here. Yeah, this is a very different setup than how I normally... A lot of times when I'm streaming the arts and crafts stream, I don't need to, like, reference anything on the computer these days. And so, since I've reorganized a lot of the studio, I'm still getting the hang of it. Okay. So, oh, I forgot to rotate the camera 3 degrees. I forgot to mention we're on rotational tips tonight.
Yep, so people can see what you're actually working on.
This morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, yeah. Okay, so 3 degrees angular. So thank you again, GT Buckets, for that. Jonah.mp4 says, no more beard. No, not today. Headstanding Penguin says, would a 125-year tube Jubilee Oyster card still work today? I would assume so.
Should do, because it was the 150th anniversary. Oh, 125. It should do. But if you have a contactless card anyway, like a bank card, you'll be able to just use it.
Oh,
it's
you can
cheaper
just tap
now.
a bank card?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it has the same amount. It has the same kind of cutoff point per day as Oyster. It used to be that Oyster was cheaper, but now they're more expensive to make. So they're just like, yeah, cool. Just use your bank card, and people use their phones as well. So
that's cool.
Yeah, they just use what's it called? But yeah, no, it's absolutely fine.
Oh, Headstanding Penguin says it might have been the 150th. It was 2013.
Yeah, my old one from 2013 still works. But I don't use it anymore. But when Joe comes over here, we'll just be, because I travel for free in London anyway. I'll let Joe borrow my old Oyster card, and that works absolutely fine.
Oh yeah, you were saying that there's going to be a rail strike one of the days that I'm going to be traveling to and from the airport.
Yeah, the problem is in the UK, rail strikes affect 3 days. Because the day before the strike, they finish the trains early, so you have to get there. Like the last trains are super early, like 6 p.m. But then the day after the actual strike, where there are no trains, they don't start until later in the morning. So the fact that we need to get you to Heathrow fairly early in the morning is going to be a problem. So yeah, we will sort something out between that. But
yeah, okay.
But because it's a multi-agency strike, it's likely that it will continue to, like, it won't be called off.
Gotcha.
Because it's like 3 different unions working together.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to just assume that it would be called off.
Yeah.
Like that
Recently, they've had a few good like pay rise things like going on for some of them. But yeah, at the moment, I think it's the RMT and the train lines themselves. So that's going to be fun. Because the actual like station staff who don't specifically work for a train company, they're the ones that will be going on strike as well. So yay! Like, I'm all for it though. But yeah, it just will affect us.
Well, yeah, I'm
welcome to England.
I'm in favor of people having rights, and whether or not it inconveniences me, people being treated fairly is better. So yeah, if we have to tweak some things about the trip, we'll tweak some things about the trip. You know,
because like, it's going to be a very short trip anyway, so we'll see what we can do with that.
Well, and like I said, like it's kind of like when I took Corinne to Dollywood for the first time. I'm like, this is for her to some degree, more like even if I don't have the best time, you know, like this is a trip about, you know, meeting your family and stuff. Like, if stuff goes wrong or whatever, it's like I don't have any real agenda there other than that. And so like if other stuff gets moved around, I'm not disappointed. And you know, it's the fact that I'm leaving the country, getting to use my passport for the first time, and like I don't have to work for like 5 days in a row. This is the first time that I will be like unable to work for 5 days in a row for
Since
like.
October.
Yeah, well, no, but even in October, I was on call
Oh yeah, no,
for
we
the
were streaming,
freelance.
weren't we?
We were streaming,
Yeah,
and
we
I
were
was doing
streaming.
freelance work.
Yeah.
They were calling me while I was driving about like the
Yeah.
server fires and stuff.
Yeah, that
Corky,
was fun.
thank you for the 10. Yeah, like this way, it's like I don't have a visa that lets me work, and I'm not bringing any
Yeah.
electronics with me. You know, I
Yeah.
like just the fact that I'm not working. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh no, we have to take a more inconvenient form of transportation. That's fine. I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna ruin my vacation. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what? I'm gonna be there for 4 or 5 days. No matter what, we'll find a
Mm-hmm.
way to meet your parents. You
Oh
know,
yeah. No, you'll
like,
definitely meet them.
I'm not too stressed. You
Mm-hmm.
know. ZB
And the
says
next
strikes
time you
affecting the
come round,
public
it'll
is
be a
kind of the
bit more.
point of a strike. Yeah, you're absolutely
Yes.
right. It should affect
It should.
people. And I'm
It should.
as a member of the public who supports these actions, I am willing to be inconvenienced, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to let that. I'm not going to be like, how dare they have a strike during my trip to London? Don't they know I'm Joe Hills? I play on the Hermitcraft server with some of the greatest Minecrafters in the world. Oh, what an indignity! Like that's not me, yo. Not
But
me.
yeah, no, this strike is a little bit different because it doesn't always affect transport in and out of airports. So this is a little bit more extreme than usual.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well,
it just so happens the only time we were using an airport.
well, like
as
I
well.
said, I planned what I'm gonna bring such that
Yeah.
if I physically
Oh
had
yeah.
to walk, I
Mhm.
could do it. I don't
Mhm.
want to walk from Heathrow to Hampstead, but
And also,
if I had
Heathrow.
to, I could.
Also, Heathrow have showers you can book as well if you needed to have a shower before you get on your plane.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. That's really nice. They'll give you a towel and everything to
Oh,
dry off, and it's all good.
nice.
I think you get like 20. It's like truck stops. You get
Yep.
like a 20-minute pass
Mhm.
into a private shower.
Well, that's cool.
Mhm.
So I think what I've done here is I've taken the image that we're gonna be using for anybody who's watching my screen, and I've desaturated it. So that means I've removed the colors. For those of y'all who aren't necessarily native speakers, desaturate is a thing you can do to turn an image into basically grayscale. And as you can see, I'm flipping back and forth between these because what I want to do is I want to pay a special attention to the relative brightness of the different bits of this spiral here so that I can really convey the shape well. I'm going to move some of this stuff over a little bit so to make sure everything's in frame. Badger, also, if you take, how's your progress going? If you get to a point where you
I'm
want to post
literally just taking a picture to put on Twitter.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah. I'm about halfway through cutting one piece of this. I think it's the lid of the coffin. Oh no, it's the body of the coffin. But yeah.
Ooh.
Just getting there.
Headstanding.
I just posted that.
I will repost a link to it when I see it. Headstanding Coffin says, if the king really needed to take a train, would they make an exception for him? I think at that point he would take a helicopter, right? Like, if the king needed to travel, he's got the Royal Navy, like, they can send a helicopter from a ship to get him onto a ship, and then he could take the ship somewhere else around England, and then take a helicopter back from the ship to, like, if he really had to get to Edinburgh for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
A naval helicopter
they
would be the
just
way to
get
do
a
it.
helicopter.
Like,
yeah, they use Chinooks over here for that.
yeah, because even if it's like, well, the airports are shut down or whatever, okay, helicopter doesn't need an airport. It doesn't have the range of a plane, but it can get to and from a ship, and then the ship can take them anywhere.
Even when we don't have problems like that, like they literally use Chinooks like taxis over here, and it's the most offensive thing they can do.
It's a lot of noise.
Because they're so loud and they fly so low that your windows literally shake. And it's just so wasteful because they literally just use them like personal taxis for rich people. Oh, and also you called head-standing penguin head-standing coffin earlier.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Well, because we were thinking about coffins for
Yeah.
your
You were
craft.
like, coffins. Got coffins on the brain.
Coffins. No parents. Okay, I'm gonna also let me see if I auto contrast this to make it a little bit more clear the contrast. So we're amping this up a bit. Okay.
Aw. I can hear cardinals in the background.
Oh yeah, I got the window open. It is so nice here this week. And
So jealous.
I keep waiting for it to look at the weather, and it's like, and now tomorrow it's gonna be -10 because that's how
Yeah. That's how
February
weather
works here
works there, yeah.
in Tennessee. But like no, I keep looking at the long range forecast, and they're like, it's just gonna be 60 and 70, and I'm like, is this spring, or are we gonna get to like March 2nd, and
Like
then
false
it's
spring. Yeah.
yeah, we've got like 8 fake springs every year, and I'm like having a hard time trusting this one.
Yeah.
But Psychopathetic writes, Joe, I enjoyed your latest episode. Um, wait. Did you have like 20 coffees? Because that was unhinged. No. That was supposed to be a chill stream where I cut myself off from caffeine because I hadn't really slept the night before. I've got some stomach problems, and when I travel, if I'm not careful about what I eat, sometimes stuff will affect me. Yeah, we had like a birthday celebration for Quinn earlier that day at my parents', and there was something in the pizza sauce, I think, that screwed me up. So, yeah, so I basically hadn't slept the night before. I got like 3.5 hours of sleep, including a nap that day. Um, and so I was like, I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to break rocks and be sad because I don't know how to edit this video where all the footage is messed up. And as I was starting the stream, I was like, well, really, I was like, I've been really frustrated because I'm trying to write a script to do voiceover where I talk about all the stuff I've worked on in the last couple weeks, but like I just couldn't get the script funny enough where I was happy with it. And I was like, well, I'm better improvising than writing scripts. What if I just try to do the whole thing in one take and then use the parts I like as the framework for the script. And if it actually works, I'll use it for the video, but it probably won't actually work. I was like,
It did.
Yeah, it actually did work pretty well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why when I got to the end, I was like, oh no, I forgot I gotta thank people. Where's my thanking people list? Because I didn't expect to get to the end without it. But yeah. So it was a experimental format. I'm not gonna be doing a lot of those. But yeah, it was it was more that I was basically trying to burn off all the energy I had left so I could go to sleep early that night. Which is why the video wasn't out the next morning, because I was like, I need to go to bed soon. But yeah.
Womp. But it was great. Really, really worked well. Hooray.
Yeah, I was very pleased on the whole. And I was excited that people were very happy because the episode I had the other thing is like I just put out that really good greeting episode with Quinn, and when you go from having when you have an episode that's that well received, there's always the like, oh boy, how do I follow up on that?
Yeah.
And so I was kind of struggling a little bit just to like do something that I didn't feel was going to be like a waste or like a letdown after that, Let's see. 20% cool gray. Yeah, that's the one I want. So yeah, that was the challenge there too. Was I was like, boy, I just put out a new episode that I'm really proud of 2 weeks ago. Oh gosh, 2 weeks ago. But I was like especially proud of that one, and so it's like I don't want the next one to be like, and here I've given up entirely.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
Fair enough.
So with 3 colors here, I feel like I can. I've got to. The real challenge here is I've basically got to get what I'm working on down to a 3-block palette. And so, I mean, the outer bits would be other colors, but like for like the heart of this spiral, I gotta
Yeah.
figure this out. Mini Cheese Mouse says
Right.
Cleo sounds a lot like BadgerSpanner today. Yeah, Mini Cheese Mouse, BadgerSpanner is my call-in guest.
Hello.
Yes, the stream title does reflect that this is not Crafts with Cleo. Cleo had to go to the dentist, so I said, "Okay, have a good mouth. I'm gonna hang out with my fiance." um, so yeah,
Yeah.
who I'm actually
Yeah.
gonna go hang out with in person next month. Tips are welcome via PayPal.me/. Oh no, I forgot to rotate on Corky's.
Oh
Oh
no.
yeah, sorry, Corky. Also, what's up with the camera? Something's weird there. Okay. Okay. Let's try this. We're gonna rotate the camera now. 10 degrees. Do 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 do. So thank you very much, Corky. Sorry for forgetting. I got it on the board. I got it on the abacus there, but yeah, I didn't have it. So apologies. But yeah. Okay. So camera is now working properly. Ooh, oh good. You can kind of see the Gatorade bottle on the floor. I've got the camera slightly higher up than usual because I put it on the other monitor so that I wouldn't be ducking out of it all the time. But the green screen isn't really designed to cover that part of the room
Yeah.
very well. So, okay, it's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, I have now cut out my first part of my coffin, and I'm very gently scoring it
Ooh.
with a sculpture tool so that I can make the folds.
Oh, that's a knife holder? That's really interesting.
Oh yeah,
In
no,
your
that
Twitter.
knife is like the best knife I've ever used because I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which means that my joints aren't very stable and they like to dislocate at multiple points. I find holding something that needs a lot of force, like a pencil, like pencils are fine, writing is fine, but when you've got like a craft knife, like an X-Acto knife kind of thing, you have to put a lot of force in it.
Yeah.
My joints are too unstable for that. So the knife that I use is like a wraparound one that goes around the bottom knuckle. And it's great for that. I love it so much.
Very
So,
cool.
so cool. Anyway, I am editing this picture so I can put it up on Twitter.
Emily
Ay, ay,
W
ay.
says, I also have EDS. Yay for broken joints, lol.
Yay. Fun times. Bendy high five.
Boy,
But very gentle high five because, you know.
the gentlest five. Yeah, I'm having a hard time just breaking down like where I want to assign these values. I almost feel like, oh gosh, maybe I should let's revert this back to where it was, and then let's create a cropped image. Image crop. Yeah. Yeah, let's crop it. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong way to do this. Let's copy the selection, file new, from selection size. Can you not do a new image from selection size anymore? Grumble, 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 grumble. I'm gonna be just. Yeah, this is about to be annoyed, Joe. Like, why did they take this feature out? This was okay. Copy. Maybe I need to. Okay, copy. File new. What? That you used to just be able to do a new image from selection size. Just create a new image by. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna crop it and save a copy then. Oh boy. File. Save a copy. Cropped. Save. Gonna revert. Wait, why can't I Oh, I can't do anything while this stupid maximize compatibility thing is open.
Oh no.
File, edit, undo, crop. Okay. File, open. I'm never going to be able to find this file now.
Oh no.
Computers are terrible.
Mm. Who would use them?
Oh, wait, I did it wrong anyway.
Huh.
Nah,
Pardon me.
okay, what folder is this putting this in? HC9 pinball. File, open. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So, let's say that we come in here. We're going to image, desaturate. Okay, now Bonf says the sheer energy in your newest episode is incredible. Thank you. Okay.
Force of nature.
File. I'm gonna do save for web. And we're gonna do this as a PNG 8
Ooh,
with.
what does that mean?
I can tell it to use fewer colors.
Ah.
And then see where it thinks the contrast is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so save that. Of course, I'm never going to be able to figure out. I hate saving things in Windows.
Yeah.
I don't use this computer for files. I use it for games, and so then, like, anytime I'm trying to do something stupid like this, it's like,
Rawr.
okay. So what I've had the computer do is reduce the number of colors here. So this was the kind of original level of contrast. And you can... So it's made some choices for me. I might not agree with these choices, which is one of the reasons I've been eyeballing this stuff in general. But, like, just the problem is the complexity of this swirl was really kind of throwing me off. So I needed this reduced here so I could kind of wrap my head around it better. NJ says lowercase 5.
No idea what
I have no
for.
idea what that's in reference to. Mini Cheese Mouse says just save everything to the desktop. Oh.
No.
Yeah, if you so on Mac OS your screenshots are saved to your desktop. And
oh gosh, that's so annoying after a while.
I'm constantly screenshotting things. And so NJ says that's a gentle high 5.
Ah, lowercase 5. Okay. Yep. Gotcha now.
Yeah, the oh gosh. So my Mac desktop, whenever I actually close all my windows or minimize everything, it's just like, oh boy. Like, it just starts stacking I've got the icons set to be as small as possible. And it just like but they're like, it'll just start stacking them like 5 or 6 deep at like a slight diagonal offset. So it's like I have like 6 times as many files in my desktop folder as will fit on my incredibly high definition screen at the smallest icon size.
Yeah.
But what am I gonna do? Look through those? No. Well, the thing is, I don't save everything to the desktop. That's just where screenshots go. And so like and like the way I find those is I immediately sort by recent, and okay, then I'm good. So okay, so we've got 70% cool gray, 20% cool gray, 50% cool gray. I don't know if there's no 30% for some reason, or if I'm just bad at finding it. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Okay, so
Hi, Siska. Siski.
welcome. Where'd you get those skies? Welcome, magenta. Okay, so looking at this, I can wrap my head around this a lot easier. At a glance, I can see that there's like a Z that's made by 2 blocks, kind of, over 3 blocks. All right, so now we're actually getting things done. So then, let's see. Keeping these roughly arranged. So then there's another one up here. Caw, caw.
Yep, those blue jays are having fun outside. I miss them, even when they're really annoying sounding like that.
Yeah. That is one nice thing about Nashville is we have a lot of wild areas nearby, and the local birds haven't completely been replaced with pigeons. So, yay.
Yeah. You also have like loads of birds of prey, and they scare them off very easily. Because you guys have like hawks everywhere.
Yeah,
And like
Vanderbilt brought
and
in
buzzards as well.
Yeah, Vanderbilt brought in a ton of hawks to deal with the squirrels.
Yep. Right. Well, I am ready to start like actually assembling my base now. I have scored all of the pieces, and I've just put a picture up on my Twitter.
Nice. And thank you to Mini Cheese Mouse for tipping 3, who says just a small tip today. Well, I appreciate it, Mini Cheese Mouse. That's more than I would get if you watched all 2,000 something of my videos in ad revenue. So every little bit helps.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. Yeah, people are like, Joe, how do you make your videos mid-roll ad-free? How is that cost-effective? It's like, these ads don't really bring in any money unless you've got like 1 million subscribers. So, which I don't. So, yeah. I'm happy to just save y'all some time. Yeah, let me pull up the latest BadgerSpanner coffin progress. BadgerSpanner coffin progress. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'll post a link to that.
BadgerSpanner coffin progress.
Gonna make a toe pincher. Okay.
I was like, why is my glue not coming out? Because there's an inner lid. Hurrah.
Ooh. Okay, so the second color we're gonna need here is this one. Okay, so that's gonna go similarly, kind of like that. Yeah, I have just been really kind of mentally having a hard time, like, because I've been so tired, like, looking at the side of the pinball machine and being like, you know what, today is a putting snow on decked out day.
Yeah.
Today is a digging out the bass day.
Bass.
All about that bass.
You know I'm all about that bass, that bass.
Okay. Goes up 3 to there.
I may have just poured out entirely too much glue onto the piece of paper that I'm using to hold it. But it's fine.
I believe in you.
It's fine.
It's going to be okay. That's
Thankfully, I'm putting it on with
happen.
a toothpick anyway, so it's not going to get on my craft.
Okay. It is such a delight hearing your voice. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
You are welcome. Hooray! Yeah, sorry I can't be like on camera and streaming and stuff, but
I just appreciate the company. Like, this is a very chill morning stream. I feel like I'm making progress on my actual Minecraft stuff just looking at this stuff, getting my head wrapped around it. So it's like when I get done with this, I won't be like, well, that was a nice break, but now I got to get back to real work. When I get done with this, I'll be like, I feel readier to do the real work.
Yep.
Like,
I'm attempting this stuff. Hooray.
yeah. Okay.
Dang it. This is fiddlier than it looks when this piece is already stuck down. I regret everything.
Oh no.
It's fine.
Regrets, regrets, regrets.
I thought it looked too easy on the instructions. I was correct.
I might play with the exposure on the overhead camera here real quick. Properties, configure video. Cause now that it's in direct sunlight, I feel like. Where's the configure video popping up? Apparently the box is already open. It's just not visible. It's behind something. Okay. Nope, that's the wrong way to go for the exposure. Okay. Cool. So, keep going.
Oh wow, Mini Cheese Mouse. That's a high compliment. Mini Cheese Mouse says, Joe and Badger have some serious "we fell out of a Neil Gaiman book" energy.
I don't even like. I don't know how to process that. That's a new one.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay.
And Personal Zombie, yes, I am doing papercraft. If you click on the tweet that Joe posted just above your message, or 3 messages above, the first tweet I did has a link showing what it's going to look like, and a link to where it's originally from and who made it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, whoops, that was too tall.
Sky9s44 says, so Badger, is the coffin going to be part of a larger diorama? No, it's just going to be like a little silly little gift box kind of thing. I used to make more basic versions of these and give them out as like Halloween trick-or-treat party bags kind of thing with some sweets in them.
It's cool.
Yeah. And a lot of my friends still have them as well, which is really sweet. It was just meant to be like a throwaway kind of thing. But they're like, oh my god, this is amazing, so I'm going to keep it.
Oh, nice.
And it always reminds them of me now.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, here. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to... speaking of reminding people of you, I'm going to put in text here that says, whoops, something like live via live on a...
Me.
BadgerSpanner on phone. Since
you need a tiny little like Lego phone or something next to it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, speaking of, I was like, oh, speaking of being reminded of you, there's the little Lego
Aw.
you.
Yep. Which I bought for our first anniversary, I think.
I think
With a mini you.
yeah, I think Lego Me fell behind the table here.
Oh
So,
no.
so that's, I'll find that in a year. No, probably sooner. We'll find out when we're moving, or if we're
Yeah.
moving with school stuff in a few weeks.
Yep. Fun
Um,
times.
the second word in Badger's name means wrench, which is why the Lego
Yeah.
Badger. Actually, let me angle the wrench
Yeah, I
differently
was
here.
gonna say she's holding a little wrench.
Rafia says, "I forgot Badger would have a UK accent." Yeah, on account of being
Hit
from
me.
London. Yeah,
Hit
yeah.
me. English. Hi.
Well, I think it's good, that you're city born and raised, because
Uh-huh.
like with my daughter, she's living in the city, but like
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have parents who grew up in the city, and so
Yeah.
it's good for her to have someone to relate to, who knows what city life is like as a child.
So metropolitan.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Um, oh boy, that white doesn't do anything. Okay, let's just check
Oh, no.
it.
Blech. I think this PVA glue is like well past its best, even though it's just been opened.
Uh-huh.
Because it's been in storage for a while. And it's like, there's a slight horrible smell to it, but it's just like, I'm used to worse smells with glue.
It's
It's
glue.
fine.
What do you
Yeah.
want? It's not supposed to smell good. They don't want people
Yeah.
sniffing it.
It's like latex glue is even worse. You know, the one that smells of dead fish.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, oh no, no. But yeah, this is kind of Elmer's glue kind of style stuff, PVA. So it shouldn't smell bad, but it's just got a tinge of this. This doesn't smell great.
Yeah, that's not
But
ideal.
hey, it's for a coffin. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh
Corpses,
no,
which are
my.
traditionally associated with smelling like flowers.
Yep.
That's why people have so many flowers at the corpse
Yeah.
parties. Um,
Indeed.
okay, so I was gonna go past there.
What's the idea behind that drawing? It's a
It's part of a galaxy. It's the tail of a spiral galaxy.
space.
I'm figuring out how to abstract out the spiral for my Minecraft build.
Why are you not sticking? Hooray! Base is done. Right, I will take a picture of this and show it. Pardon me.
And Jill Jackson says, "Howdy, I'm working on a painting." Awesome, Jill Jackson. What are you painting today? And the answer's going to be a canvas, Joe. What are you painting on the canvas, Jill Jackson? Let's just cut right to it. What's the subject matter of your painting?
Just remembered I have some like small clips that I use for sewing
Uh-huh.
instead of pins, and they make really good glue clamps for paper.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, woo.
This is gonna be...
Oh, to an earlier message, Mini Cheese Mouse asked, Badger, it looks like from your pics you're maybe left-handed. Me and one of my kids too. Yeah, I am left-handed. Even though my teacher did try to get me to write with my right hand.
Yeah, teachers are always
And
trying
then
to get
didn't
people to
realize
write.
for my entire school career that I genuinely had problems holding a pencil. Thanks, teacher.
Evan Neto says, "Is that the large spiral on the pinball machine?" Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the best way to reduce it for for the block palette we have, and this is an attempt. An attempt is being made. I actually need to sharpen this pencil real quick. Pencil sharpener over the trash can. Da 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 da.
I just tried to type glued on my phone and it came up with gluten. I mean, not entirely wrong.
You do complain about gluten, like, a lot.
A lot. It knows me well.
It's like, oh, she's using the phone. Must be about to complain about gluten.
So yeah, I am ready to get on to my second page, apparently.
Okay.
Hey, it's got a skeleton. There's a skeleton to live in the coffin.
Oh, really? That's cool. Naomi asked Joe, would you ever do Joe Hills in a Swimming Pool Season 2? Yeah, I've gotten close to doing that a couple times. But it's hard to film. Cause like you need access to a swimming pool that you can film in. In the first time we did it, we basically showed up at my apartment swimming pool that I was living at the time at like 6 a.m. before anybody else came in. But I don't live there anymore. And other places I've lived since have not, like, they were like, well, we'll open the pool at 10 a.m.
Ooh,
like,
NJ has a very good idea. Play on con.
I don't know if you've ever tried to shoot anything at 6 a.m. at the pool at PlayOnCon.
There are still people there, and they are somewhat naked still.
Well, they closed the pool at 6 a.m. for cleaning until 8 a.m. But yeah, so basically, and by 8 a.m. there's already a queue to use the pool again. PlayOnCon would be like the worst place to film this.
Yeah, there's never a quiet moment in that pool.
Yeah, one of my friends got a hot tub, and I was considering trying to do it in the hot tub, but like it doesn't have the same effect as flopping out of the water. Max says,
and that kind of do 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 kind of thing.
Yeah, I like being able to do a little dog paddle around and stuff. Max says, wouldn't it be better to test out the Galaxy art in a paint program to have better trial and error for changes? I mean, that's kind of what we're doing. I've been
exactly what you're doing.
I've been modifying this in Photoshop. Well, Photoshop is a photo manipulation program, Badger. It's not a paint program.
No, I know.
I'm sorry,
but it also has those kind of things with it.
But
already included. So.
But yeah, so I'm trying it on paper to get a sense of what works and what doesn't.
Joe Hill's hot tub stream.
Yeah, no, I thought about doing that. Like, but basically the problem was, the other thing is in Tennessee, it would be hard for me to actually film anything in a hot tub during the part of the year that I have my daughter. But by the time that she's at her mom's for the summer, it's so
too
hot you don't want to be in a hot tub.
Nope.
So basically, yeah, because my friend who has a hot tub says I could use it for that sort of thing, but the reason that I stream from home is so that I don't have to pay a babysitter $20 an hour to.
Yeah.
Because there's no I don't know if you guys know this, but in the city there really aren't many teenagers. Like, I'm apparently like the idea of not moving to the suburbs when you have a kid is anathema here. And so, like, there are a few kids around of like young doctors who live at who work at Vanderbilt, and like, but that sort of thing. But like, there's not like the people who are here with kids have kids that are like my kid's age at the oldest. There's not really. Like, I can't just be like, oh, hey, random teenager down the block.
Fairly big generational gap where you live.
There's a huge generational gap. It's but yeah, Joe Hill's cold tub stream ?
This is the thing though, is that the friend who has the hot tub doesn't like using it without the heater in the summer. Like it doesn't get used at all in the summer.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah, because the thing is, it's not like people don't use hot tubs without the heat on. I don't know.
It's like they do over here.
Oh,
like, yeah. But yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, the hot tub is definitely a seasonal thing here, where it's used in the winter, and then like drained and cleaned in the summer.
Know anyone who has a really big bathtub?
Yeah, no.
Not really in America. America have weird,
We have
like short
showers.
bathtubs. But you
Yeah.
guys have like really shallow normal baths as well, which is weird. Like you can't have a like full bubble bath in them.
Yeah. How did I do this? Yeah, well, like some people who build homes sometimes will have nice bathtubs, but for apartment buildings and stuff, that's just not.
Yeah,
So keep in mind, you're
not a thing.
yeah, you're seeing how
One
renters
day,
live here.
when we own a house together, we will buy a big roll top bath or something. But
What's a roll top?
it's like a single, like standalone bath that has like, the like old Victorian style baths that are quite ornate and they have
Like
like,
the clawfoot?
yeah,
Oh yeah, we called it like a clawfoot.
mm-hmm. Yeah, we call those roll tops over here.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Making a pig's ear of one of my cut lines.
Oh no.
I accidentally sliced my ruler instead,
Uh-oh.
and then I've made so many shallower cuts that it's just sat there and gone, no, definitely not. You're not getting through this.
Yeah.
Not allowed.
Rex Verdi says, I knew what Badger meant, but was still thinking of a roll top desk. Well, that's the thing, is a roll top desk in America
Yeah, I
is,
love
yeah,
those.
the desk where the thing comes over the top.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was imagining like a bathtub with like a wooden thing that comes over. I'm like, do you use that as a sauna or something? Like it traps the
Uh-huh.
steam, or like I was
Or
like,
like back in the days when like whole families used the same bath water. Like keep it fresh.
yeah, you gotta put the lid on it.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so that's gonna go up 5 from there. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. This is gonna go up 7. I probably
7.
should have done this lower on the page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Right, I am nearly done with this. The inhabitant of my coffin.
Nice.
Yeah, just ready to score him in a minute.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Not sure if I'm going to be able to finish the lid in time because it'll take me about the same amount of time as the main box, I think.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, like, we don't really have, like, a set, like, we have to
Yeah,
be done.
and I'm not in a rush to leave as well, so
Okay.
I currently
because
have
if you
the
had somewhere to
energy.
be,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to keep you. I appreciate you being on the show at all, hanging out.
Yeah. Whoop whoop.
So, one thing that's been getting coverage here, and I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if it's something you don't want to talk about, that's okay. But
Yeah.
I would be curious to hear your perspective on it. We haven't had the chance to speak about it outside of
Mm-hmm.
the stream. Is apparently the like Northern Irish
Oh,
border, like the king is
yeah,
getting,
the trade deals. It's going weird right now.
yeah, apparently the king is being criticized for like involving himself in streamlining the process. But it seems to me like half the point of having a king is
Yeah,
streamlining processes. Like
yeah,
like if it
it is. And like lots of people are like, oh, but Queen Elizabeth was so unbiased because she was the leader of the Commonwealth. And it's like, no, she wasn't. She used to get involved all the time. And she would tell like entire governments to stop what they were doing.
yeah, it seems like if like in a case where everybody's arguing and isn't sure how to move forward, having the king be like, you know what, let's encourage both sides to play nice is like the role. I don't know.
Yeah, and especially like the troubles never went away.
Hmm.
Um, the the troubles is I don't know if some of the younger generation would know what this is, but basically the Republic of Ireland was formed and the UK kept, or shall I say, Britain kept Northern Ireland. And, you know, there's been civil war, there's been everything kind of to um, dispute that and secure that and things like that. And, you know, the IRA bombed England a lot and, you know, to protest what happened. But those things have never really gone away. They don't affect England as much as they used to. But yeah, it's kind of a tinderbox situation. If you mess with that kind of balance that's kind of struck at the moment,
Hmm.
um, it's not a good thing. And the government want to mess with that structure because of Brexit.
Hmm.
And basically, yeah, it's a bad idea. And I think I'm actually on the side of the king on that, which is something I very rarely say.
Yeah, well, and that was why I was curious because I was like, if there's, it seems like what the king is doing in trying to
Hmm.
encourage both sides to move forward peacefully is exactly what the king should be doing to me. But the fact that
Hmm.
everybody's mad at him makes me think I'm missing something here. But like, okay, yeah, because I was gonna say you're.
V Dash says, okay, I don't know that bombs were involved. What? Oh, yeah, no, throughout the entire 1970s to the mid 90s, like 25 years, we had constant bombs going off, like everywhere in London, in most of the cities in England. Yeah, that was a thing I grew up with. Genuinely a thing. Like, I've been personally affected by about two or three of them when I was really young. One of them, my local tube station, there was a bomb alert. Like the IRA used to call them up and say, "Hey, there's a bomb here." So at least like they would be able to evacuate people. They didn't want to hurt people as much. They wanted to hurt the authorities more.
They wanted to disrupt life, and yeah,
They wanted to disrupt life, but they also wanted to kill police.
yeah.
And so what they would do is they would say, there's a bomb here, and then you would evacuate that, and then there would be a secondary bomb which would kill the police. And they did that all the time. Like that was how it was.
Yeah. And so it seems like trying to avoid things spiraling backwards
Yeah.
there would be a
It's
generally encourageable goal, you know, like
hmm yeah, we don't want to mess with this if it's going okay right now. And we want to like help as much as we can instead of hinder.
you know.
But yeah.
But yeah, I was just like if there is a reason that the monarchy is screwing up here, you won't pull your
Hmm.
punches. So that's why I wanted to
Exactly.
hear your take on it.
Oh yeah. And also the fact that I'm very much of the opinion that the United Kingdom is in no way united, and the smaller countries involved should have full rights to declare independence if they want to,
Mhm.
and that includes Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland. But that's up to the people that live there,
Mhm.
and I don't think it should be up to like the British government because it's nearly all English centric. There's very few like there are some very small local parties that are in power in those countries, but the overall control is run by from England, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Does Northern Ireland still have the chance to rejoin with Ireland? Yes, technically, but I don't think Britain will ever let them. But the problem is, especially right now, because Ireland are still, like the Republic of Ireland, are still in the EU, and Britain is not.
Yeah.
So there are like what used to be you could just walk over the road and buy fruit and vegetables. At the moment, like the trucks coming in from Europe are absolutely fine going straight into Ireland, the Republic.
Mm-hmm.
But if they wanted to go into Northern Ireland and like help people out with that, then there's like a ton of red tape. It could take like 30 hours for just one truck to go through customs.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're taxing them twice as well, which doesn't make sense at the moment. Like, yeah, we didn't do enough. I say we because I didn't vote for it. The government didn't do any kind of research into, you know, travel like trade routes and stuff like that. That's how it feels. We left with no deals.
Yeah.
We literally went through a no deal Brexit. So that's fun.
Yay.
We're currently going through a vegetable shortage because there was some actually very mild weather problems, like down in Spain and places like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so currently tomatoes and things like that we would usually just import from Spain and places like that, we're not being able to get them
Mm-hmm.
because we didn't, secure a trade route with them properly. And basically, like everywhere else in Europe, they have supermarkets absolutely full of like fresh vegetables and stuff. But the average truck takes, like I said, it could be 2 or 3 days before a truck can get into England. And by that time, like, this is fresh food. What's the point?
Yeah.
And we're also treating them like rubbish as well, the drivers especially. And it's like, what? Yeah, it makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
But hey. But yes, I have made a skeleton.
Ooh.
He's very cute. Let me see if I've posted it yet.
Yeah, once you post
No, I
it,
haven't let me do it
I'll
now.
go ahead and copy and paste that. Just as a reminder, tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat.
And right, taking a picture of him now. Hooray. See, I got distracted. I was like, oh, look at my cute little thing. And then, yes, English politics. My favorite.
I know. Sorry. I was just, but like, I'm sorry. I was just reading this though, and I'm like, what am I missing here? Like, how is this such a whole thing?
Yeah, it's crazy at the moment. Yeah, taking their country back. That's what everyone. It's like the equivalent of "Make America Great Again." That's basically what happened with Brexit.
Yeah.
And that was the kind of people that voted for Brexit as well. So, yeah. But yeah, I've just posted my little coffin inhabitant. I shall start working on the lid now. Woohoo.
Ooh, that is cool. I will post that Twitter link so y'all can see what that is up to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, one of the main things, Hannah Prosser says the government also told farmers to stop growing food. That is because a lot of the UK farms were funded by the EU.
Oh, so it's like the government subsidies went away, and they just were
Yeah.
like,
And then the UK was like, we're not paying for that.
Oh,
And it's like, great, thanks. That's really well thought
wow.
out.
What a brilliant series of
Hmm.
plans. I say plans here with the most possible contempt.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's, yeah, stupid. Anyway, I need to read out this. Cut out the lid on page 3. Fold the 6 liner panels downwards.
so there's 3 pages total here?
Yeah,
Or, okay.
I'm on my 3rd page. Yeah. Oh, yeah, now I know what we're doing. Cool. I was like, there's these weird extra pieces, and it turns out they're just like connection braces because it doesn't have tabs on it like the base did. So that's cool. Oh gosh, and also, I've already told Joe this, but I had decided like first thing this morning when I woke up which kind of project I was going to do for this stream.
Mm-hmm.
And so I loaded my printer. I was like, cool, yeah, this feels different, like different paper. This is definitely, my card stock. So I put it in my printer and I printed out the things I needed. Turns out I'd used sticky label paper. And they're literally like 10 sticky labels per sheet of paper.
Womp womp.
And I was just like, I need some coffee now. I should probably, do this after I've had some coffee.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I was like, well, at least you could stick them on things. And it's like, well, but the labels don't line up. Because I was thinking it was just like one
I
sheet of,
have
and you could
actually
cut it out.
noticed. Yeah, I've noticed that there's like I'm posting a picture of the actual like the lid picture.
Uh-huh.
Um, Thankfully, where I'd printed this onto the sheets of paper, these stickers that say "In eternal slumber, rest in peace, and this soul shall not rest."
Uh-huh.
Half of those are actually on the sticker.
Uh-huh.
So I can just stick it straight onto the coffin.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So yeah.
Ta-da.
A mild bit of serendipity. But not much.
Okay. You take what you can get to some degree,
Exactly.
This is just so nice. It's like hearing your voice, having the window open, the noises outside.
Oh
It's just
yeah.
this is peak relaxation, chill
Mhm.
stream crafting for me. I am
Aw.
really delighted that you were able to make it this morning. So thank you again for that.
Yeah. Woot woot. It's nice to hang out too.
Hmm.
Because like we don't actually get to hang out too much
Not as
on
much as I would like. It seems
like
like
we talk every day,
yeah.
but like being able to just sit here and do stuff side by side almost is really nice.
Yeah, that was one of the problems with what we learned from the Empires thing was
Mhm.
that wow, if I want to do more collabs, I really got to be on the server more in the morning, my time. But
Yeah.
that was like a lot of when we used to make time to do stuff together, and so it's been a balancing act that I'm not entirely pleased with. Like
Yeah.
at the same time, I need to be able to afford to, cover the wedding and other
Yeah.
expenses with the immigration process. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's one of those like, well,
And the other thing is like I'm not allowed to like work
mm-hmm.
for the first until I get my green card, which could be up to 2 years.
Yeah.
So that's a whole other crazy kind of thing going on with that when I do move over there.
Yeah. Speaking of tips, thank you to Mahi0 for tipping 20, who writes, yay, politics. Wait, no. Yay, crafts. So thank you, Mahi0. We're going to go ahead and rotate the camera another 20 degrees up to 36 degrees angular. Do, 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 do.
Yep.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah.
Why did this UK organization leave the European Research Infrastructure Consortium? Oh yeah, Brexit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be it every
Yep.
time. Hey, we got another tip rolling in from Maximilian for 5, who says peekaboo. Thank you very much. That is going to get us rotated, well, me rotated up to 41 degrees angular. Thank you very much, Maximilian. Okay. Let's see.
Blue Jays are having fun again.
Yep. I'm just mapping out how this is going to go here. Dog's out there barking too.
Yeah, the sounds of spring.
Yep.
Hi.
Okay, so that's going to be...
I'm using the steel side of my plastic ruler this time so that I cannot cut gouges into it.
Nice. Well, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Oh, it is the best roller though. Like, even though I've now ruined it on the plastic side, it's got like a steel sharp blade that isn't quite like, you can't cut yourself on it, but you can cut paper by folding it along it. And it's so useful for that. For this kind of paper craft.
That's fantastic.
So you can use it for scoring as well.
Well, speaking of keeping score, I've got my abacus here. I need to put another 20 up. Thank you to Jill for that. We're going to go ahead and rotate the camera now up to 61 degrees. NJ says, this is definitely making the day pass easier. Caffeine is doing the work. This is relaxing enough to keep the sleep heading away. So thanks. NJ says, Badger, I told Joe that Hubs and I would come down a few days early to help with anything last minute when the time comes for the wedding. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how much last minute stuff there's gonna be. Like, so
there isn't going to be too much. Like, we're not particularly planning that much.
Well, I mean, yeah, or
well.
to some degree, it's one of those
the
things where
main
it's
thing,
like,
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if like the worst case would be like, oh, can you run over here and pick something up? But like,
Yeah.
if you're flying in, you're not gonna have a car anyway.
Yeah, the main thing I was thinking that we should probably have to hire your sister as a kind of taxi driver to get people from the airport, basically. Because I know that you're going to struggle with that.
Oh yeah, I am not going to be able to be driving people to and from the airport and juggling everything else. But
because I've got like 6 people that will be coming in through there.
Yeah. But realistically, though, that's But yeah, I mean, basically, yeah. Unless you're bringing a car, NJ, I don't think there's going to be anything for you to do.
Fine.
So don't plan on having us entertain you during that time if there's nothing that.
But yeah, there is always something.
Yeah, I'm sure, but like, I guess my concern would be, like, if you're looking for me to delegate stuff to you, I don't know what I'm gonna have. Like, I can't promise you that there's gonna be stuff to be done.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of the stuff will already be, like, the stuff with the caterers and or like the venue or whatever. That all should be already kind of locked down far enough in advance. But yeah, the only things I could think of last minute would be driving around stuff.
Yeah, so we won't need to worry about it.
Yeah, so if I don't know, like, I don't want you flying in early and being like, well, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Like
You can be moral support though. That will definitely be needed.
yeah, I guess what I'm saying is it might be more helpful if you use those vacation days to drive down here. To, and then, like, instead of getting here 4 days early, if you were here like 1 or 2, but had the
Yeah.
car, I don't know. But like, yeah, I mean, we're
Yeah,
not.
we're a long way out from that now.
Yeah, we're not. I still need to get back into the paperwork. But on some degree, I'm like, I really want to get it mailed before I leave for England, so that's not
Yeah,
hanging over.
exactly. And you need to get it done by April anyway, because the price is almost doubling for
Oh, are you
the
serious? It's doubling.
yeah.
It's already
It's
five
going
hundred
from
and.
$500. It's going from almost $600 to $900 almost, like over that.
Jeez. Yeah. Quick reminder:
Yeah.
tips are welcome via PayPal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because yeah, if you get that through by then, I still have to pay probably going to be the 900 quid one
I'm sorry.
at the end of it. But it's cool. I have budgeted for this.
Thank you.
Right, I have cut my lid out now. I'm ready to score. Hooray. Need to neaten up a little bit though. Because it's quite a precise folding kind of thing, and if you have any kind of overhanging paper, it will not fold well. Yeah, I will take a picture of the lid before I score it. Do, 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 do.
Okay, so we're getting the background color in now. I'm gonna have to adjust the brightness on the camera again here. It looks like properties. Oops, it's the wrong camera. Brightness on the ring cam. Properties. Figure video. I guess I can lower. Hold on. If I lower this just enough to hit there, and then yeah. Okay, that's okay.
Hooray. Yeah, I've got my curtains completely closed right now.
Yeah.
Because we're going through a cold spell. And my Victorian sash windows have decided that they are going to blow open every single time there is a gust of wind. And there is currently no way I can secure them. Because, like, even nailing them shut won't help.
Ouch.
So I have literally, like, sealed the edge of my windows with some parcel tape and then covered the whole thing with cling film or Glad wrap or Reynolds wrap, whatever you call it. So that, you know, the glass also isn't letting, because it's only like single pane glass as well, which I think is the original Victorian glass as well. Because my house was built in the 1860s. I do not recommend.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. There's not much 1860s architecture in Tennessee, or at least not in Nashville. Hey, thank you to Coyote Lovely for tipping 20. That is gonna get us, or me, rotated to. Let's see where's that correct thing? 81 degrees angular. Do 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 do. So thank you very much, Coyote Lovely.
So lovely.
Coyote Lovely writes, "Hi, Joe Badger and chat. Thank you. Go get more coffee if you need it."
Yes, coffee good. Coffee very good.
Bum, 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 bum. Rex says the curtains are just the ghost popping to say they miss you. Yeah, people were like, Joe, when you're in London, you should really do a ghost tour. And I'm like, yeah, Badger actually used to give those.
Yep.
So, yeah. If you feel up for ghost...
But yeah, no, I had a thought that a person who wants to come and meet you,
Uh-huh.
that if we meet them up here where I live,
Uh-huh.
I can take both of you on my ghost tour thing.
Oh.
It will be like during the day, but you know, we can stop off at cafes and pubs and stuff on the way as well.
Well, that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I haven't actually done my ghost tour for like 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, I just got too sick to be able to do it too much.
Yeah, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I used to love doing it.
mm-hmm.
And it was great because I wrote it myself as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I did all the research for like local sightings and things like that and history. Because I've always like been very into local history anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just an extended kind of, you know so much about this place. You should do tours.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, yeah, but I want to do something different. Hey, what can I do that's different? Oh, yeah, a ghost tour.
Yeah. Now those are pretty common, right?
Yeah.
But you were
Yeah.
doing that a while ago.
Before I started one here, there was only one other one, and it was like a super professional one
Mm-hmm.
run by the actual like London guides
Mm-hmm.
who are like, they are blue card rated. So they had to basically pass an exam of kind of history and acting at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're cool, but yeah, they charge a lot of money, and mine were always free. So I had a lot of people just come and hang out, and I raised a lot of money for the ME charity as well, doing it.
Gotcha. So you would say, hey, I'm not taking money, but if you want to donate
Mm-hmm.
to my personal favorite charity,
Exactly.
that's cool.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I raised I think it was about £4,000
Oh, wow.
for that. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
But I'd also have lots of like neighbors and people wanting to go on it as well and learn more about the area, which was
Mm-hmm.
really cool. But I had like loads of American tourists and met some really cool people out of that as well.
Oh, I bet.
And I used to do them on Halloween night as well every year. So those were always crazy. I had like 30 or 40 people for one of my Halloween walks.
Oh, geez. Wow.
Yeah. Great fun. But no, we'd always stop off at a pub at the end of it as well. So the pub were really happy that I was like bringing like people in as well.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if I did a Nashville walking tour, it's like, okay, and then we're going to wrap up at no quarter because I want to play pinball?
Want to play pinball, but also, you know, want to give some money back to
Want to support my favorite
the
local
community.
pub. Yeah.
Exactly. Just kind of pay them back for having like 20 odd clueless people standing in the way of them all the time.
Okay. This is really starting to feel like it's coming together here. This
Eesh. Oh, Coyote, lovely. I have been on that graffiti tour as well of kind of Whitechapel and Shoreditch. It's great fun. A couple of my friends run those. And also, an ex-friend of mine used to run a comedy Jack the Ripper tour, which was an odd choice, but it worked well.
huh.
But it all kind of ran on the joke theory that Jack the Ripper was actually Churchill, who was a much later prime minister. And I was like, no, he wasn't. And he'd have all of these like historians tell him he was wrong, and it's like, yes, I know, it's a joke.
It's like, this is where Winston Churchill beat up a bunch of people. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think I could do anything counterfactual like that in Nashville.
Yeah.
Because Like, the stuff that's worth seeing is all around the civil rights movement, and those people worked too hard to have me make fun of it by claiming it was Winston Churchill. Like, that's
Mm-hmm.
just not something I would feel would be acceptable. Uh,
For a second, I was like, huh, why don't these pieces fit together? And I was like, oh yeah, I haven't cut those brace things out yet.
That'll do it.
Yep. Aha, I found them. Do, 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 do. Oh yeah, Spring Hill Jack's a great kind of weird London folklore tale. It has nothing to do with Jack the Ripper. Spring Hill Jack was basically this kind of legend that happened around the kind of mid-Victorian times, where some guy would smack women's bottoms and then jump over walls like he had springs in his heels. And it's just like, yeah, no, that's the most English thing I've ever heard in my life as well.
Delu Kitty said, I thought that was just a thing from the Elder Scrolls. Wait, is that
No.
a thing in the Elder Scrolls too? That's an odd
But yeah,
thing for
Spring Hill
them.
Jack, like literally, like the whole point of this kind of weird thing was that, you know, it was sexual harassment. It's like, great. What a lovely thing.
Everyone's favorite.
Jill Jackson says the Benny Hill of cryptids.
I was gonna say there's no way we're gonna be synchronized because my
No.
Discord
Sorry,
has audio.
stream.
Sorry, stream.
It wouldn't be chaos without, well, it wouldn't be a stream with us without some audio chaos anyway.
Yeah. Audio chaos. Oh, there's a piece of gear in the Elder Scrolls called the Boots of Spring Heel Jack. I had no idea that's where the name came from.
There you go. Now you know.
There we go. Yeah, I do know now. I'm learning so much.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, so few people know that it's literally like the folklore of this guy literally like abusing women, basically. And then jumping over walls. As you do.
Okay. I'm not sure how well this is showing up on stream. But I'm pretty pleased
That looks really cool.
with my progress. Like, I feel like this is communicating what I need to communicate in 4 colors, with one of them being the backdrop.
Yeah.
So
That looks cool. Also, I just looked up and I realized my little Lego's like completely hidden by the flower bunch. It's really cute. She looks kind of coquettish.
yeah, I can move the because the flower bunch is also on top of a jack-o'-lantern head.
Yeah. Yeah. Stuffed it in there because yeah, the jack-o'-lantern was on the base, wasn't it? Originally, I think.
That'll. Yeah, I'll put the
Live Lego adjustment.
Yeah.
These are small and fiddly. Hooray.
Okay, so let's see how this is going to go. So we have a single black square here, and then this is going to start going into the edge of the thing.
I think I'm done cutting out that stuff.
Oh, nice.
I'm just going to make connectors. Audio chaos.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking, what I'm on the fence about is, even though the original version of this is kind of greenish tinted, I might end up using a block palette that's more purplish, like the white terracotta, dark gray or light gray terracotta, kind of like pinkish purple. I don't know. I'll have to play with it. But like the nice thing about having this mapped out like this is that I could build like a test wall and try it with a bunch of different block palettes and see what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool.
So yeah, I'm very, very happy with my progress so far. Still got a little bit more to do on this drawing. Let's see. Oh, we're about 90 minutes in.
Whoop.
So, quick
Yep,
reminder,
doing well.
tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. Copy link. Yeah, I know. I hear that.
Yep. Good old COVIDs. Using the stinky glue again.
Oh, enjoy.
Yeah. Definitely enjoying that. Blech.
Okay, then we're going to go with this one for... Okay, that's gonna go in there. And then again up here. Okay. Coyote Lovely says, I've got kittens meowing at me. They want to go back out to sniff around, but it's super rainy here. Ah, sorry to hear.
Yeah,
Hufflepuff,
don't want soggy kittens.
yeah, Hufflepuff Cookie says, what's Badger working on? You know, it's been a minute since I posted a link.
It has.
Badger's work is going up on Twitter as a series of photos instead of a live stream. So let me see if I can find the latest.
Let me just post an extra photo. Okay, I'm just posting it now. And of course now, because I told you it's posting, it's going to take longer.
The thing is, by the time they click the link I posted to the one before it, the new one will show up below it.
Woot.
Okay. So, I was gonna say, what do you know about the Foo Fighters? What should I know about the Foo Fighters?
I know a lot about the Foo Fighters.
You've mentioned them before, and it was not.
They are one of my mum's favorite bands.
Yeah, so I'm sure that she's really excited then to put in a down payment on a Foo Fighters pinball machine that was just announced by Stern.
Oh,
and
very
so
cool.
All of a sudden, me not knowing anything about the Foo Fighters is now a liability. I gotta catch up.
Okay. Well, they were originally a 4 or 5 piece, but now, unfortunately, their drummer died last year.
I remember you talking about
He was
that.
awesome. Yeah. And he was originally Alanis Morissette's drummer. So he had this kind of pedigree kind of stuff going on. But yeah, he was cool. They've done over lockdown before he died, they did this really fun kind of parody of basically a love letter to horror movies called Studio 66 or Studio 666. And it's adorable. It's terrible in a good way. It's like on purpose a bad movie. The kind of stuff that you would see like on MST3K, kind of stuff like that. And those really terrible like 80s horror movies, those kind of things.
Nice.
And yeah, genuinely adorable. Very gory, like really professionally made. Like
Practical
they
effects.
obviously, oh yeah, all like mostly practical effects. I don't think there was much CGI in it at all.
That's the best way to make a horror movie.
Yep, I am a big fan of practical effects.
Me too.
But yeah, I would say the songs have always been kind of. I've never been a fan of Foo Fighters that much. I find them a bit middle of the road, but they, you know, they have some very cool, very good songs out, and you know they're very much well loved by people.
So if I
especially
wanted
my mum.
Yeah. So if I wanted to get started with them, maybe check out that horror movie. Sounds like a
Oh
good
yeah, that'll be
jumping
great
in
fun.
point. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also if I learn a little bit about them, then I'll have something to talk to your mom about.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think the machine's going to be out in time for me to play it before I get to England.
Definitely not. I think it's just out on
They just announced it.
pre-announce. Yeah. It usually takes them about a year before release, doesn't it?
It varies, but I mean when
it'll probably be like the pinball shows first.
Yeah, like if I was going to TPF in March, and they might have it, but I don't know. I'm not going to TPF in March because I'm saving money for weddings.
Yeah. Woo.
Okay.
Right, I have glued my lid. I'm just waiting for it to dry a bit before I place it in. And I'm going to put my accidental sticker on top of it too.
Very nice.
Ooh, I'm earning from my mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they did Everlong. Oh, I've heard that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
That's the one that's
you have definitely heard Foo Fighters
That's the one where it's like,
before.
sitting on a park bench, acting like Spring Heel Jack with bad intent. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that whatever songs they have in Rock Band, I've heard 8,000 times.
Oh, definitely.
Because the guy I used to live with had as many songs as possible on Rock Band at the time, like 15 years ago. And
yep.
Played them a lot.
And yeah, they did The Pretender as well.
Oh, the one where the guy is like a con artist?
That one.
Gotcha.
But yeah, two of their members used to be in Nirvana.
Oh, I like
One
that.
of them was the drummer, and then Pat Smear was in Nirvana as a touring member.
That's cool.
Sarah says, so since Joe has a minifigure Badger, does Badger have a minifigure Joe? No, Joe owns both of them.
Yeah, Badger bought a set as a gift for me.
Yeah.
But the minifigure Joe fell off the desk, and it's really hard to get back there. So, it's not like I don't know where it is. I know where it is within like a 4 square foot range.
Right
yeah,
now.
but like I'd have to like unplug the computer. Like it's not convenient.
Yes, Pat Smear was in the originally in the Germs, which you've probably heard of. So, like proper New York kind of punk. Well, actually no, they're kind of LA punk, but yeah. Kind of 80s punk kind of style.
I'm gonna check if I search for Foo Fighters Rock Band 3. That'll give me a list of all the songs of theirs that I probably know.
Yep.
Okay, so there's a Foo Fighters pack.
Yeah.
But the overview page doesn't tell you what songs are in it. It just... This is the stupidest thing.
Oh wow! I'm realizing I mixed up Coldplay with Foo Fighters as personal
Oh, here it
Jesus.
is. Best of
Oh,
You,
that is
Pretender, Wheels,
a
World
very offensive to
Reform.
Foo Fighters there.
I bet if I heard like word for word or Best of You, I'd recognize it.
Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you? It sounds like a shaving advert song.
Yeah, I see what you mean there. Yeah.
Yeah, it genuinely does. Like they knowingly used to like take the Mickey out of it as well
Uh huh.
because it did sound like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I love chips. Yeah. Pat Smear was also in an episode of CHIPS, which was a TV show from before any of you were born.
California
Yes, but I used to watch it.
Highway and Interstate Patrol.
Hmm. That Cardinal's having fun in there.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I am nearly done. I just need to glue the liner of my lid in place.
Yeah, one of my favorite C-Lab voice actors was also in Chips, Eric Estrada.
Ah.
It's a shame that, like, you know, Universal's opening up like this Super Mario World or whatever theme park, but nobody's opened up a C-Lab 2021 themed park. That really seems like a property that you'd want to jump on, because you got the
Yeah.
underwater element,
Yeah.
and it's very simple in terms of its visual design, so you don't need to put a lot of money into it other than submerging it under the sea.
I've just had a thought. Like, is there? I was thinking because I went on to a kind of Hanna-Barbera kind
Uh-huh.
of thing. Like, are there any Hanna-Barbera themed pinballs out there? Like, can you imagine like a
Uh,
Scooby-Doo pinball would be really
well,
cool?
Scooby Doo was actually just announced by
Ah,
no, not Jersey Jack, Spooky Pinball,
spooky. I was gonna
a
say
couple
because
months
yeah.
ago, and so they've decided. So it's also going to be, however many members the gang is. I think it's a 5-player game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so yeah, you can. Of course, for tournaments, they're still going to keep it to 4
Yeah.
because every other game is still 4. And you don't want to have one game
Mm-hmm.
running groups of 5, except for maybe like launch party tournaments where like that's like the gimmick. But yeah, it looks really visually impressive. Um, they got or they got the voice actors that they could get. Like they got the original guy who did Fred and Scooby's voice in,
Yeah.
um, and they recorded with him, and they got
I
the
think they got Casey Kasem before he died.
well. Casey Kasem was on the original Scooby Doo, but they
Mm-hmm.
didn't get him for the pinball machine recording. They got one of the
Uh-huh.
guys who does Shaggy on like TV or movies.
Yeah, one of the later kind of things.
For Velma, she's being voiced by the lady from the band that did the song "Pregnant Women Are Smug." I know
Oh
her
yeah,
name,
yeah.
Kate Micucci.
Yeah,
Uh,
she's cool.
yeah, she's great. She was in that like Oscar Mayer commercial where she's like, "Go meet." Pearlescent Moon raiding with a party of 320. Howdy, Pearl. Howdy, Raiders. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee. I've got my beautiful, betrothed fiance, BadgerSpanner, on the phone. Um, yeah, so if you're like, who's this British person? I don't, like, it's not one of the hermits. It's somebody else. Normally we
Yeah.
do craft streams on Wednesday
I'm
morning.
standing in for Cleo.
Yeah, Cleo had to go to the dentist today, so if you see her, tell her to have a good mouth. But yeah, we're just working on different projects. Badger is doing some paper craft. I can
Hmm.
link that real quick. Doing a paper craft coffin, posting results on Twitter as they
As you do.
progress. Yep.
Cool.
Pearl says, now I see why that weird not a number message came up in chat for me earlier. It's a raid message glitch. Ah,
Oh.
interesting. Well, huh.
Oh.
Well,
Twitch
non
being
in
twitchy.
computer means not a number. So yeah, there's some sort of like it was trying to render something as a number that shouldn't be. Yay, Twitch.
There you go.
So what I'm working on right now is I'm kind of eyeballing... I'm kind of looking at ways to make my pinball machine skin look better when I translate it to Minecraft. There's a part of... It's really hard to use the... Why is this not working? Okay, somehow Steam is capturing my keyboard. Oh, it's because I'm hitting Windows instead of... Okay, yeah.
Ah, that'll help.
Yeah, I was like, why how come Control Minus isn't zooming me out? So, yeah, for those of y'all who have seen my pinball machine on Hermitcraft, it's going to have this wraparound deep field skin here with galaxies on the sides. And I was having trouble figuring out how to exactly do this spiral galaxy right here. And so I basically loaded it up. I cut down the number of colors and converted it to black and white so I could get a feel for the values, like the brightness of each. And if I move a little BadgerSpanner out of the way here, it might be a little bit more obvious how I'm doing that. Sorry, little BadgerSpanner. Put you right there. But yeah, so hopefully what I'm working on the paper here looks enough like the original that it'll convey the sense of swirl. That was what I was really struggling with most, was conveying the sense of spirality here.
Wibbly wobbly, spirally.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm very excited about this. I feel like we're making good progress on kind of mentally unblocking myself so I can move forward with this. Luxury13 says, "Ooh, Badger." Yep, Badger's on the call today.
Yeah.
Deku
Wow,
Kitty...
the lid fits on the coffin.
Oh, exciting. So
I have finished.
Woo, you wrapped up your papercraft project. I've actually... Basically, I'm at this point just kind of like doing little touch-up work. So I appreciate the raid from Pearl, but yeah, we probably aren't actually going to go that much longer. If you enjoy craft streams, Cleo and I do one every Wednesday morning. And usually we run a little bit longer. So feel free to follow me here on Twitch or on YouTube. Most of the time I stream at night at 8:30 p.m., although Thursday and Friday mornings at 8:30 a.m. U.S. Central Time, I also do Hermitcraft streams. So if you're normally watching streams around this time, you'll get alerts or whatever if you follow. But yeah, thank you so much again to my fiance Badger for joining me.
Yay.
Woo.
But yeah, let me just post to Twitter.
Yeah, let me see your
finished
final
results.
image, and then we'll go ahead and share that. So twitter.com/BadgerSpanner.
Yeah, I'm just sorting that and finished. And ah.
And then in the meantime, I'm gonna pull up the raid thing and see. Oh boy, it is so hard. Like, I've got the abacus between me and the keyboard, so it's like I'm trying to reach around. Like, it's not working. Twitch.tv/directory/following. Yeah, moving the abacus over there.
I can stretch my legs out now.
Yay.
I don't have a tray. Like, I'm actually crafting from my bed. I have like a breakfast tray table with my laptop and my microphone and stuff on it, and then I had like a laptop lap table kind of thing tray, and that's what I was crafting on. And now I'm just like, I'm no longer sitting cross-legged for like an hour and a half.
Yay. So I have posted a link to what Badger was working on, which is a cutout coffin papercraft thing, and it looks like it came out fantastically.
Yeah.
Oh, and I see that ruler
you see
were
where
talking about. That looks great too.
Yeah, you see the fold marks around the edges. I'll probably go in with like a brown pen later.
Oh, that's
so
smart.
that they're not quite as obvious.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me make sure this is muted. It looks like Janie Laney, who is sometimes a guest on the
Hey.
craft streams, is currently playing some Minecraft on the Xbox, which is, I think, called Bedrock Edition or something.
Ah, yeah.
So when we get over there, our raid message will be, "Howdy, y'all, Joe Hill's raid here." Janie's been a friend of the show for a long time, so hope you
Mm-hmm.
treat her right. Well, thank you again, Badger. I was going to say, do you want me to link your Twitter? But I've already linked it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. Once again, thank you all so much for hanging out, for supporting the show. It was a fun morning. Once again, Pearl Raiders, thank you for your patience. Sorry that we're cutting out so quickly, but maybe we'll catch you another time. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee, joined by BadgerSpanner. Any final words, Badger? Bye. Keep adventuring. Raid now. Stop streaming.